Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am your host, Scott, along with my co host, Mike, and we are the Black Heel Podcast. We have, for once, a short, or possibly a short episode, I'll say.
Yeah, it
We're
never
going to be,
ends up being short when we think it's going to be short.
I will say this, the assumption is we'll think it is. We're going to be talking about the new teaser trailer for Spider-Man, which I just watched. We're going to then talk about season 2 of Visions, and then we're going to move on to a character spotlight from me. So let's get right into this and talk about the teaser trailer. I mean,
Your
it.
face is way too close to this camera.
I don't think it's.
like,
I don't think it's close enough.
like I don't like seeing this face this close. So you need to back it up and uh, um yeah, it was an interesting trailer. It wasn't a trailer; it was a teaser,
It's
first
basically
look.
behind. I would say it's behind the scenes is the best way to
Yeah,
describe this. I'm surprised that they're showing us behind the scenes, but I'm wondering if they're doing this to be proactive because they're filming in New York, which isn't all that surprising. But I don't think they can hide, so they'd rather show themselves what's going on slightly,
yeah,
and then that
yeah.
way nobody's like, "Oh, look at we saw Spider-Man's new outfit." It's like, no, we decided to tease it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you even they said it in the trailer. It's like the first time that they allowed fans to actually be a part of the filming process. So I think that's even cooler,
No, I do
especially
too.
for a character like Spider-Man who's about the people. So um,
Yeah, I'm very curious what that means. I don't think it's a bad thing in any way. I'm
oh
just
no,
curious to
absolutely
what
not.
that means because I feel like they're only filming the web swinging and the out. Like it's gonna sound stupid, but they're gonna do the web swinging outside and like
Yeah.
him like obviously going into the tank or whatever that
Uh-huh.
was, and everything else. All like the big stuff will be like in studio.
Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, they can't depending on the villain because we don't even know who the villain is yet.
That is
So
also true, and the only person that we know is there is what looks like Ned.
yeah. Well, well, they said Ned MJ is going to be in there.
No, no, no. But I meant we saw him. We saw what we assume is him in it. No, I know we're.
Oh,
I know we had heard that they might be in it. They're going to be in it. But my whole thing is he still could be the villain.
yep, he could be. I know that they talked about. So I've been seeing a lot of reports saying that Mister Negative is going to be in it, but he's not going to be the main villain.
So my thought right now is they heavily hinted of Ned being a villain
Hmm.
in No Way Home, and Ned doesn't have a friend anymore.
Well,
No, he doesn't.
he. I
Mike.
kind of disagree with that. I
All
think
right. So here's my
he
question:
had
why?
other friends.
Who?
He was more popular than than it was seeming because he was he. Let's put it like
Because he
this:
was friends with Peter.
not necessarily. I mean, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I think Ned was friendly with everyone else, not necessarily having a friend as close as Peter.
Oh, that I think we could agree on 100%.
So I'm
That's not even a
like
question.
I like obviously I definitely don't think he has another best friend like Peter was. We
Which,
don't know what
all
like
right,
the
so
mind web could change everything.
that's my thought process in that, right? So like I know it's going to sound weird to say, but my thought process is without Peter being there, right? He had no best friend, so then in his mind he had no friends. So therefore becomes the villain and becomes the hobgoblin like he does in the comics.
It's possible.
Because the mind wipe I think messes with their entire past because it
Yeah.
affects. I'll say this: it affects them more than it does the Avengers because the Avengers don't get affected by Peter Parker for the most part.
Hmm.
The street level people like his friends and family and Happy, they're all affected because Peter was the person, not Spider Man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously it depends on the situation because Happy had both cases. So I like it's a difficult situation that we are now going to be going in, and it's just how are they going to how are they going to be handling it, and how are we going to be moving forward? Because
I think that's the
yes,
big thing. I think obviously, and I think we can agree on this, where depending on the direction they go, we'll know right away where we're going.
oh yeah, and obviously, like you said, like definitely most of the Avengers didn't really know Peter. They knew him as Spider-Man. There were a few, I mean, they knew Spider-Man was Peter Parker because of Tony Stark and
Right.
whatever, but
But like
yes, it was more Spider-Man that they were dealing with.
their world doesn't change significantly by not knowing who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
It's like the event still happened. Like Spider-Man was there during everything, but
Yep.
they just now don't know who's behind the mask. That's the only
Exactly.
difference.
Yeah.
Um,
Someone more personal like MJ and Ned,
they don't
their
care about
entire
that.
lives were Peter, so it's like how are we like how does that impact their life that a part of literally a part of their life is now gone. And it's not like it's just like he died. Like he was just erased from their memory. So
He never existed.
like all the events in France, like they were, getting saved by Peter, going on a date like with MJ and all
Homecoming,
that.
as weird as it sounds. Oh no, Homecoming, I feel like wouldn't be. No, it would. I don't think that would be as much affected because Vulture wouldn't know who he is.
Vulture wouldn't know.
Yeah, so that changes a significant amount. Oh, the other rumor is Scorpion's going to be in it.
Yep, we heard that.
I don't. I heard my rumor that I heard is it's going to be the Sinister Six. Um, which
I feel like it's a little bit too early for
I
that.
I am actually going to have to agree with you. I feel like that's going to be the end of this trilogy.
Yeah, it's got to be building up towards it.
But I do feel like this is going to be Batman-esque, where you can't have just one villain in it.
Yeah, I
You
mean
can have
that.
one
Yeah,
main villain, but you can't have only one villain.
we'll have to see. I mean, it's going to be a lot of if we see multiple villains, it's going to be kind of like I'm going to go out on a limb and say Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it was like a lot of small ones that he was dealing with, and then
I agree.
obviously leaning towards then there's the big one that was
I
behind it
think it's
all.
going to lead to the building of a Sinister Six.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's going to be
Especially with already they're talking about Scorpion and Mister Negative being a part of it.
correct.
Though the rumors that I've been seeing is that the main villain is someone that we have not heard is in the movie yet. So,
Which I think is going to be Doc Ock. That's one of the that's one of the big rumors I'm hearing. It's going to be our version of it's going to be 616's version of Auto Octavius,
mhm.
which would be
There's
interesting.
rumors that Harry Osborn's gonna finally be coming
Yeah.
in.
Well, no, Norman Osborn.
No, I've heard Harry. I have not
Oh,
heard. I have not
oh,
heard Norman.
oh. We're going Harry first. Interesting.
Hmm.
Interesting. It, I will say this. This is gonna sound really weird. I'm gonna need some time to adjust before we get Norman because Willem Dafoe.
It's tough. Yeah,
It,
I know.
unless they don't go the Green Goblin route,
I
which they
mean, we
can
could.
do.
Yes. So it's one of those things where people are theorizing if they finally bring Norman Osborn in, it's that he's not going to be the Green Goblin right away. So Peter is already not going to trust him because he obviously knows what happened with
Correct.
Norman and the Green Goblin. So,
Which is why I'm thinking they wouldn't go that route because Norman has been a few other different villains at certain points as well.
mhm.
I mean, the weird one is like they still could do this, but it'd be a little bit awkward because of Iron Man 3. But he was the Iron Patriot.
Oh, was he?
He was so they when they made the Dark Avengers, he was the Iron Patriot. Venom was Spider Man. Um, Moonstone was Miss Marvel. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
I mean, this isn't really that important at the moment.
No, it is for me.
It is for you. Well,
Anyway, we'll move on from that because I can't think of it now. But basically,
but
he created his own Dark Avengers, which Bullseye was Hawkeye. That's the one I was really trying to
oh,
get at.
okay, that makes sense.
Actually, they all made sense, which was really interesting. Because Norman is an intelligent guy, he would be an Iron Man.
Yeah.
But anyway, let us move on because I mean it's just speculation.
Yeah,
I mean
everything's
it's
speculation. We're
but
gonna
we got a
slowly
date. We
start.
did get a date this time.
Yeah, we talked about it last time. It was
Did oh did okay.
July 31st of next year.
I don't so I remember them saying July and you must have you if they had it last week you must have said it and I didn't register 31st.
Actually, no, we both didn't know when it was. You thought it was May. I thought it was. I didn't know when it was. I
Okay,
didn't remember the date, and then we both
we looked it up though.
you looked it up, and it was July 31st.
Okay, so my whole thing is yeah you're right I do remember that now. But my whole thing is I'm surprised we're getting a date so I know it's gonna sound weird to say but so early out.
I wouldn't say it's early out anymore. It's
Uh
less than a year. It's less than a year now.
well, now it's less than a year, but we also know that there's been a lot of movement, so I was kind of surprised we got an actual date.
I
I
think they're trying. I think they're trying to lock in days at this point
okay,
because the rival studios are have been doing that so as well. We already
so
know
they're trying to
Supergirl
keep
is coming out next year, so I mean they're trying to lock in days. If they have to postpone it or jump ahead a little bit, then it is what it is. But that's their target day if things go according to plan. I mean, Spider like we said, I've said it. We've talked about
no
it
Spider-Man's gonna
this
put
summer.
seats in no Spider-Man's
Spider
gonna
Man's going to put butts in seats.
no offense, Supergirl as great of a movie as that
Supergirl
is.
is not going to be nearly as big.
No,
Like,
correct. As much as I am so looking forward to Lobo.
oh yeah,
If they try to go toe to toe against Spider-Man, they lose.
no, they're
Unfortunately,
going to lose. In
there's no way
that
around it.
case, like
No, I agree.
the only
100% agree.
DC competition that's going to compete with Spider Man would be Batman.
Batman or Superman if there wasn't already a
Superman
Superman that
wouldn't.
came out.
Superman would not be able to compete with Spider Man. I'm sorry.
All right, can I at least say this? Batman, I 100% agree with you, but I think Superman would be a lot closer than most of the others for sure.
Oh no, it'll be closer, but
Uh,
Spider Man would wash him.
yeah, no, I
It's
do know.
Superman. Superman is not as big as the other two
Well,
because
I'll say
everyone.
this. I think it's, and I think we're saying the same thing here, where it's like globally, even non-fans love Batman and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like, you don't need to be a comic book fan to know Bruce Wayne, Batman, and Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
yeah.
Clark Kent too, but not a lot of people are as
But I
fans
mean,
of him.
it's one of again, you a lot of people have the mentality of you. Superman's stupid. He can't be beat.
I agree.
Or across the world, Superman is an American icon, and most of the world is not a fan of America, so they
Correct.
don't really care. So I mean, that's our as good as Superman is, and he does put butts in seats. Batman and Spider Man have the one up on him.
Correct. All right, let us move on to Visions season 2.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna quickly go. We're gonna go through all of them very quickly, and then at the end we're gonna just figure out which one was our least favorite and which one was our favorite of just this season.
All right. If you want to do it that way.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. And we're gonna. Anyway, the first one is Sith. This one I remember liking the most. The first time I watched it. This was the one where she is the painter, and then she realizes
Oh.
she uses both sides of the Force.
Yep. Yep.
Um, the animation was cool. And then she gets the double lightsaber where one's red, one's orange.
Yep. One. She is both blended from the light and the dark.
Yeah, but she was trying to resist the dark and then realizing it's a part of her.
Yep.
Um, just the animation in general was incredible. Screecher's Reach. Now this was I believe this was Ireland or in Ireland. Like
Yeah.
this is where the animation came from. I like this story because I'm still trying to figure out whether or not the girl knew that the creature she was talking to was also a dark user.
Um. Yeah. I don't. They don't exactly make it clear.
No,
They
they
make
leave
it
it
clear
very
that they were.
ambiguous.
They make it very ambiguous that they obviously she was talking to
Hunting.
them
Yeah, that was very clear. Like she
and
was
that she
talking
was
to them.
going to take her away and explore the universe.
The other thing I like about it too is it gives us that explorer vibe of wanting to get away from your world. I
Hmm.
do like that. It was kind of like pre. Obviously, it was pre, but like it was like the closest thing to Skeleton Crew before Crew came out.
Mm, yeah,
Because that's the kind of vibe I got this time around. But I also love the villain of just being some white ghostish ghoul
yeah.
who gets crushed
Who
by rock.
used her environment to instill fear like that.
Like she,
That is the dark side.
no,
So
absolutely, and also just screeching.
yeah, no, it worked. It was a good episode.
Yeah. This one, the next one in the stars.
Yep, in the stars.
This one, I forget what country. I want to say it was Pacific Islander
Let me see if I can pull it up.
because it's not giving me studios like it did the last time, which is
Oh really?
irritating. Well, it's because I'm doing the episode guide instead of the full like details because I didn't want too much information in front of my face for this, and now I'm like the one thing I really wanted isn't there
Yeah.
because I thought it would be in this, but I guess not.
Uh. All right. So
Because the first one was Brazil, I believe.
the third one was Chile.
Chile, okay, which makes sense.
Punk Robot Studio.
So I like this one. I love the story behind it. I also love the non-believer becoming a believer last minute.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, very stereotypical, but still I felt was so unique.
Oh yeah. No, they did. I think it.
It was so well done,
No, it was so well done, and
and I
it
love
like
the
it was a classic like Star Wars faith story.
yeah, and very much environmentally positive,
Oh
which
yeah, that's for sure.
and I have no problem with it, but I just find it funny because like sometimes they do it like subtly, and obviously this one they did not.
No, this was very
This
blatant.
was very blatant.
I mean,
Um,
in a lot of modern Star Wars thing, it's like when the Empire comes in, they industrialize everything and destroy everything, and
because it's
it's
not their planet and they don't care.
yeah, they just drain it of the resources. A lot of modern Star Wars is emphasizes that
I
a
will
lot.
say from what because obviously we've watched these before.
Hmm.
Watching it the second time, I didn't remember that they were the last two on the planet completely.
No, I did remember that.
I remember their whole family died, but I felt for some reason I felt like there was a. I don't want to say it was a better ending because that ending was very good. I just thought I remember them being like our family's here, and although I am accurate, it was not literal.
No, yeah, not nope, nope.
That's what threw me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, they said their family's back, so their family was never like not all of them were dead. And then I realized, oh wait, no, they were.
No, 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 they were.
So this next one, I Am Your Mother. This was England. I know that for a
Yep.
fact because it's the same
Well,
studio.
United Kingdom.
Sorry, because it's the same one that does the it because they do the same claymation as their movies that they've done, like Something the Sheep. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the same. So it's the same
Yeah,
studio that did that.
the studio is uh Ardman.
Sure. I'm only saying it because they're clearly doing the same thing.
Oh no, no, no.
Um,
Yeah.
so I like this one. I love this one the most because for many reasons. One, it was I'm going to sound like such an idiot saying this, but this was so cartoonish, it was perfect. If you
Nah.
understand what I mean.
Yep.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like we had the weapons be Death Stars.
Mm-hmm.
We had the villain's hair be basically Darth Vader's helmet.
Yeah.
And at one point, they're bouncing around so much their hair is actually popping off their head as if they were helmets. Um,
I actually don't remember that part. So
yeah, so
like I might have looked away when that happened.
so
So
like when they're getting bounced around, like because they got smacked around and everything,
yeah,
you see her the more the mothers than the daughters, but her hair like pop up and you can see like her head.
yeah,
So it's
that's funny.
so like obviously you would think
Very
wig,
very cartoony.
you would think wig, but then you're like, but it looks like Darth Vader's helmet, so you're
Yeah.
like what else was I gonna say? So this one was also perfect too because the mother did not ever get mad at her daughter, or at least show that she was mad at her daughter about being called embarrassing,
Mm-hmm.
which is so. I think, so well done, and shows how great of a mother she is. She goes, instead of being like, I'm mad you treated me like awful, I'm going to show you I'm not boring or
Yeah.
embarrassing.
No, I mean obviously when she first said it, she was hurt, but
Yeah,
but then
initially, but it was so quick. It was
yeah, but then she got her focus back because she saw that her daughter was hurt, so she wanted to help her kid.
correct.
Parent instinct,
No, absolutely. Um,
which it was a great mother daughter story, or I guess parent child story.
I think it was just a good story in general, and I don't think I appreciated it as much the first time, because I remember not liking this one the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it had more to do with the animation, in my opinion. But
That's
now
fair.
watching it this time, and again, it's been what, 2 years now, almost, if not two, because this
I
came
don't
out in
remember.
2023.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh no, it's been over 2 years because it was May 4th. It was May
Two.
4th. Um, so yeah, I definitely enjoyed it more because I appreciated the story more.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was really good. So let us move on to the next one, which was one. This one was another one that I really liked. Was this China, Japan?
You're talking about Journey to the Dark Head, right?
Yes.
It was South Korea.
You know what? Right area, wrong country.
Yeah.
No, because I had the anime vibes. That's more of what I was getting
Yeah,
at.
no, I get
So
it.
this one I really liked. This one. So this one, I'll tell you right now, had the
This one.
this one. I'm gonna say it as if I've never seen it. This one was incredible because it had Star Wars in it. No, this one had the scorpion tail, which I loved.
Yeah, I know.
I
I completely forgot about the scorpion
I
tail
did
until
too
it
until I
popped up.
saw it. I was like, all of a sudden they did it, and I went, "Oh, I remember this. I
Yep,
remember this. I love this."
I
Um,
really liked that one. That one was so unique in that sense.
I also love the dark head not being dark, as weird as that sounds,
Yeah,
because the force is ever blending.
I mean it's balanced, so like one needs the other. So
I love that. I love that.
no, this was a great classic Star Wars story, and
Yes,
it brought the, like you said, anime
Re-
feel to it.
revenge, revenge, but also not at the end, not letting it completely consume you,
Yeah.
which is hard.
Um. Oh, absolutely. I know
I
it was
also
it was great.
the
The,
other
the the
thing I want
fighting
to
was
say,
really cool and all that other stuff.
the one thing I do want to mention about this was I also love the orange ring we get a little bit when he starts to get angry to show the
Yeah.
dark side.
Oh yeah, I really
Um,
like that.
that one was that hit me the hardest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hmm.
But no, very well done.
The
I
inner
also
the inner battle, and then even just him going through his nightmares and reliving the traumatic events, and
but
then when he wakes up, the his eyes are initially red because he's so angry
not
or
even
or
really.
afraid.
But can we also talk about not all of them were like dreams? Some of them were like literal like visions during the day.
You disconnected for a minute. Some of them
That
were literal what?
they were literal like visions of the day. Like
Oh yeah,
there was
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple of times he wasn't even sleeping and he had them.
Yeah. I mean, well, it was yeah, he was going through like the like, for example, when she was going to the weapons supplier, he had turned around and he sensed the other presence, and they sensed each other.
I know,
So
what I'm getting at is he still had the visions of like the death, and then he's realized like I agree with you that it was because he sensed him, but you understand my point. The only
yeah,
thing that I was a little disappointed in, I'll say, is that as weird as it sounds, I kind of wish the guy kept his helmet on.
yeah, yeah.
But that's very minor, very minor. So the spy dancer, almost said sky dancer.
I know the spy dancer. This was French.
That makes 100% sense. Um, this gave me Andor vibes.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely,
obviously
yeah,
on a smaller scale, but like rebellion esque.
yeah. Rebellion, infiltration. I mean,
Espionage. I mean,
espionage, and then the story with the mother and the son, and the son being forced into the empire. That it was a really good story.
Can we? All right. You're right on all accounts. But one, also the dance slash fighting was awesome.
Yeah.
Um, but the part that got me the most was when he goes back to his ship and we see that his horns were removed and
Hmm.
the eye patch is obviously covering his eye.
Covering his eye color. Yep.
Yeah. But is it covering it or is it removed?
Either or.
No, no, no. I know, but like, if they removed the horn, did they do something to his eye?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That
Which is
would
so
be.
gross if to think
Eh.
about.
Eh. It's
Not that surprising though.
no. That's the thing. It's like it's typical Empire. They want you to blend in. Um.
Why don't I remember this one? Oh no, never mind. No, no, this one I do remember. The Bandits of Gulak. If this isn't India, I quit.
It is India.
I literally was like, if this isn't India, I quit. I quit the game. Um,
I really liked this episode.
so good. One of the biggest issues I have, right? But this is a universe thing. This is not a show thing. Okay, I understand it, but with somebody being force sensitive, right? Not registering that they need to be careful of using said force sensitivity boggles my mind sometimes. Even though they're children, it just blows my mind sometimes.
See, now I think that's just a you thing
No, it
because
is
I
me.
mean like I had
No,
no issue
100%.
with it because it's
No, no,
kids
no.
being kids.
I just think it's like when you're right. You're absolutely right. I think
Like
it's just
that's
one of those things where it's like any kid with a superpower is going to use it.
yeah. I mean, even if you bring it to the real world, like for just as an example, you you kids crossing traffic, they don't
You're right.
understand until something bad happens. So
You're
like
not wrong.
it's when they're young, they don't realize that the world is dangerous.
Can I just say this? It bothers me as a viewer, but it didn't ruin the story.
No,
But it's supposed to.
it
It's
enhanced the
supposed to.
story because it gave it a
So good.
feeling of real life.
So good too. I love it. I also love everyone going after her too, just because
Yeah,
she's different.
because she
Um,
was force sensitive and they wanted to reap the rewards.
I mean, best Big Brother ever, hands down.
Oh yeah.
I keep forgetting, like the old lady. I keep forgetting. So obviously, this time around, when I saw her, I remembered her, but I forgot like she like there was a Jedi that was coming.
So like I'll be perfectly honest. Out of the every episode this season, this is the one that I have no recollection of. I was basically watching this for the first time because I nothing about it registered with me.
I also love the Inquisitor. All of it was perfect. The
Yeah.
fight was incredible. Her just all. I just love the brother being like, "Don't use it." She was like, "I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
not
doing it.
me. I'm sorry.
I promise you, this time it's not me."
No,
Um,
it was a
so well
great
done.
episode.
No, this one. I also feel like the animation was like perfection.
No, the animation was really good on this one.
Like
This one was right.
very
This one
good.
was right up my alley for everything involving it.
Yeah. The next one was. I remember this one being the saddest one in my opinion. The Pit.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting.
Yeah.
Where is it from?
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give two guesses. Okay.
Okay,
Uh, they're on two different sides of the world, so I'm either gonna go Japan or I'm gonna go America.
you're wrong on both counts.
That's fine. What is it?
South Africa.
That makes so much sense.
Like your culture on that one was like very wrong.
I think it was just because it was so diverse. I thought of like like a major production company. Not
That's
think,
fair.
but I forget that South Africa is very diverse as well.
Yeah, it is.
Um, but anyway, so good. The brother dying gets me every time.
Yeah.
So,
No,
so
it was a good episode. I did forget how good this episode was.
I
Like as I was watching it, when it
remember a
first
little bit
started,
more.
I forgot about it and it was remembering more and more. I was like, oh god.
You know what's sad? I legitimately was like, nobody's gonna care about this kid. I actually was like agreeing with them being like, nobody's gonna care. Like they're gonna get out of there. Nobody's gonna care. It's gonna be awful. They're gonna come see and be like, it's not me, and walk away. And I'm glad I was wrong, but I
Mm.
was like, I wouldn't have been surprised. Isn't that sad?
No, yep.
Um, but oh, so well done. I also love the Empire running away so quickly, um, realizing that they're kind of screwed.
Yep.
Um, also find it interesting that we're using. I shouldn't say that. I think it's surprising to use the kyber crystals to power a city and not
Hmm.
something else. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, that yeah. For knowing the Empire, yes, it is very
Yes,
surprising. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised that like a somebody else is doing it, but it's the Empire themselves. All
yeah.
right, is this one South Pacific, like the Pacific Islands or anything like that? Uh, Song?
Au Song, um, it it is an island. It's not the South Pacific.
What island?
It's Japan.
I don't like that you said island, even though you're right.
I mean,
You're not wrong about it, but I don't think of when I think of an island, I don't think of Japan. Isn't that awful?
I mean, I was trying to give you at least a little bit of credit there because you were right that it was an island. It's just it wasn't the island you were thinking of.
That's fair. The animation grew on me, but initially I didn't like it.
Yeah, yeah,
But the story so good
yeah. It was a good story.
because it was so simple. And I'm not trying to belittle it in any way, but like it was so simple, which in my opinion made it so good.
Yeah, the like it just no, it was a good simple story that got its message across. You know, um, it worked for what they were trying to do. Um,
Okay, ready for this?
okay.
What is your number one in this season?
This one is tough.
This one is tough
Um,
because I think for this one, I will say, and I think I've said this many times before, because it's animations from all around the world, they're all good.
oh yeah,
But in their own way, for obvious reasons.
exactly. If so, I think the one I enjoyed the most, I think, was the Bandits of was the Bandits of
Gulag.
uh Golak.
I'm gonna go. Well, either way, let's be honest. If I said it, it's wrong. Um, that was in my top three.
I mean, I think our top three is going to be the same.
I think
It's
so
just the
too.
order that it's in.
I I'm I am gonna go with honestly the pit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I I was I don't remember it being that good the first time.
Okay. Well, hey.
Um, now don't get me wrong, Bandits of Gulag was very close. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um, now my question for you is, which one is your least favorite? Now, when I say this, I liked all of them.
No, no, no. It's just
I
like
didn't
which one.
hate. This one I
Yeah.
didn't hate any of them. I know last season you hated just one.
Um. Again, it's going to be tough. I think my least favorite this season. Uh,
What was that? It's not.
I think, I think my least favorite this time was Au's song.
Ooh. So it's funny that was in my bottom two as well.
it,
However, I still went with "I Am Your Mother." Um,
I
I
mean, it's the same thing. It's a toss up because they're both simple stories that it's just like they were simple stories. There was nothing super crazy about them,
I think for me,
at least for
I
me.
I will say this: I have never liked that claymation animation. This
Hmm.
particular one,
Yep.
I have liked claymation in the past. I mean, I superly love Nightmare Before Christmas, but this particular one, it's the same one with like Shaun the Sheep. I'm not a fan of it. I've never been, and so it. Although the story I still love, it's the animation that threw me off, and I'm going with it being my bottom.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
still,
that's fair.
also good. All right. Well, that is going to be it for that. Is there anything else?
I think
Oh,
I
go.
I think in terms of visions, while rewatching this, I think I much preferred season one over season two.
Really?
Yeah,
Can I ask
I
why?
I was like when I was watching each episode, I was like they're good, but I just was so much more drawn into season one. Like after each episode of season one, I couldn't wait to see the next one. This one, I don't know. I just struggled to get like I was struggling to like motivate myself to see the next episode.
I'm gonna say something weird. I think season one's better episodes were better than season two, but I think season two as an overall was better.
I mean, I think the worst episode, the my least favorite episodes
Oh,
were from
season one,
season one.
100%. I know that
Um,
already. You didn't like
like
season one.
we definitely can agree on that. But I think because the episodes that were really good on season one just like held it up.
No,
You
I
know what I
do have
mean?
to agree with you. I think the best season, like the best episode out of all of them, wasn't season one, but I think just season two was overall like better as a group. I'll
Yeah,
just say
that's
that.
fair. Yeah.
Um, but I do. Here's the thing. I get your point, and I agree
Mm.
with you. I just think that as a season as a whole, season two was better in my opinion. But I get your point. I don't disagree with you whatsoever.
I mean, I think you are disagreeing with me, but
Well,
I mean,
let me rephrase it this way. I think the reason why you like season one is the reason why, like, part of it is also the reason why I think it's not as good as season two. What I mean by that is, like, yes, I agree with you. The best, like, three episodes were from season one, but also the worst ones were also from season one.
yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. I can. I mean, yes. I like I said, definitely the worst episodes were from season one. I just want to see because I know that there were a couple of them that we were just like, yeah, no, this one
Well,
was
I
bad.
know, the Boba Fett one was definite.
Oh, that's right. Yep,
Tatooine
Boba.
Rhapsody.
Yep, that's the one that was just like, okay, what was the point of that? Otherwise, I think if I remember correctly, the rest of season one was like, okay, it was really good.
I may have to agree with you.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're backtracking.
I just looked at all the episodes of season one and went, that's the only bad one.
Yeah, I was like, I only remember one being like really a letdown. It wasn't that it was bad. It was just like
I will say
after the first episode, that one coming after, it was like, okay.
no. I agree with you. I now looking at it, the only one that comes close to being bad, and I'm being generous by even saying that, was the TOB one, which was the robot Jedi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that wasn't even bad. So I'm gonna have to retract my statement, sir. Oh, I hate doing that.
you you had a whole spiel about how like I agree with you, but I don't agree with you, and then
Well, I
like.
agree with you, unfortunately.
Well, I'm glad we got that taken care of.
But I will say, I will agree on this one. The animation for season two was much more diverse, and I don't mean just country wise. I mean
Oh yeah,
country wise.
I mean it was all from different. Season one was definitely they kept it more similar, whereas at least
Yeah,
for as a whole, at least with season two, because it was from each. It was meant to take it from a different culture, so it
which
was
it did,
all
and I think that's what makes it unique. But I do agree with
absolutely.
you that, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to change my vote and go with season one, for the same reasons, unfortunately.
But
But yeah,
yeah, no, that was that. So if you want to move on to character spotlight, unless you have something else you want to throw at me out of nowhere.
no, because I'll talk about it after my character spotlight, because we're gonna talk about next week.
Okay,
Um, so, do you know the character name Simon Williams?
kind of rings a bell.
It should. That's Wonder Man.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm gonna briefly go over his history, and then we're gonna talk about where he's kind of been in the Marvel universe, in the comics. Only because he's been around since 1964. Okay, he's been everywhere.
He's a veteran.
He's been everywhere. Okay, so Simon Williams is a former actor turned superhero empowered by ionic energy, granting him superhuman powers. He was the son of an industrialist, Stanford Williams, and he inherited his father's company, Williams Innovations. Stereotypical. But lost control after his brother, Eric Williams' criminal dealings led to financial ruin. Caught embezzling funds, and Simon was approached by none other than Baron Zemo, who transformed him into the Wonder Man to infiltrate the Avengers, Though initially he was a pawn, Simon turned on Zemo and sacrificed himself to save the team, entering a coma due to being the unstable process of him trying to save the team. Later revived by Voodoo's magic in New Orleans under Eric's control, now the Grim Reaper, Simon attacked the Avengers before regaining his will with their help. He eventually recovered and joined the team full time, battling foes like Ultron and Graviton. Simon later moved to Hollywood and found a success in acting once again. Can't make this up. But rejoined the superhero life with the Avengers West Coast during the Superhuman Registration Act conflict. He sided with pro-registration faction and joined the Mighty Avengers, fighting in the Secret Invasion, World War Hulk, and even dating Miss Marvel. Remember, at this time, Miss Marvel is actually Carol Danvers.
Oh, okay.
I have to say that because I want to make sure you do that.
Yep. No, that
Um,
I was gonna say it's a little weird.
it's not when you hear that.
Nope.
Um, so anyway, so afterwards, he opposed Norman Osborn and formed the Lethal Legion. Disillusioned, he formed the Revengers to confront the Avengers directly, but was defeated. He later redeemed himself by helping rescue the Wasp and joined the Avengers Unity Division. He later adopted a more pacifist stance. However, his ionic form was absorbed by Rogue, but luckily was later restored. Simon continued his heroism by helping protect. Oh gosh. Lausa, Odin's daughter, from the
Oh,
War of the Realms.
okay.
Yeah, if you would have looked how that was spelled, Mike, you'd be like, I get you.
I mean, I can imagine. The gods have weird names.
Yeah, and when it's and the way they spell daughter is not what I was prepared for.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's like D like dot tier. It's weird.
Don't you have it right there?
No, I scrolled down.
Oh, okay.
So not anymore. So anyway, as we talked about, he took over his father's business, not really by choice. And obviously he went toe to toe with Stark Industries, which did not go well. He was a part of the Masters of Evil, which we talked about when he teamed up with Baron Zemo. His first costume was his costumes have always been stupid. I'm gonna just say that right now. It's basically a sleeveless shirt, right? So basically a vest. Um, and it's got a massive W on it, and he just it always has looked weird to me. Just so you kind of understand that. His first one was green and red. Obviously, in the new show, which we'll talk about a little bit later, it's more of the comic book modern version, where it's the black and red, which is a little bit more redeeming. So obviously he gets brought back to life and he joins the Avengers. One of his iconic outfits, I will say, especially when going out in the community, is he wears red sunglasses, which gives him the look of Scott Summers. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, I see it.
Um,
I looked up the costume and yeah.
all right, so you get my point. So the reason why he wears those glasses is actually so he hides his eyes, because his eyes give off that he has powers. Because
Oh,
they're
okay.
kind of like they're not. I don't want to say that they're a color because they obviously admit a color, obviously, but
Hmm.
it's from the powers themselves. If you understand what I'm saying,
Hmm.
like so basically they're red because
Yeah.
they're boosting with energy is basically the
Hmm.
best way to describe it. Just to kind of give you that kind of understanding of where I'm coming from. So he joins the Avengers. He battles people like um, oh my gosh, we just said it, Ultron and things of that nature. He leaves the Avengers to just join a different faction of the Avengers, which I find to be funny. He joins the West Coast Avengers. Um, he joins the Avengers multiple times. In the Civil War, though, he joins Iron Man's side for two reasons. One, he's an actor and everyone knows who he is. And he's dating Miss Marvel, who is on Iron Man's side.
Okay.
Well, those are the two reasons. He's
Yeah.
very he's very, at least in the beginning. I shouldn't say he is now, but in the beginning, he's very much what you would expect Johnny Cage to be.
Yep.
Very full of himself. Although he does want to do good, he doesn't really know how to do it. If that's the best way to say it, you know what I'm saying?
I kind of can picture like just picturing Johnny Cage. It's just like,
But
but
but with
like
more
he,
power. But yes.
yeah.
He was one of the first established heroes assigned to lead the 50 state initiative. So I don't know if you remember me talking about this, but during the Civil War, there was one hero assigned to each state, and he was kind of helping set that up,
Oh, okay.
which is a weird thing because
Yeah,
I don't
that is
consider
weird.
him. But I think because Iron Man and everyone else was dealing with more important things, like they were recruiting people, but he was then setting them up. Oh, you'd be good here, which is always funny to me.
Hmm.
Um, So, during the Dark Reign, which is when Norman Osborn creates a new team of Avengers, he tries to get Wonder Man to join, and it does not work out well. He doesn't actually get him to do so, so he actually removes the Wonder Man from his Avengers, which I find to be funny in my mind. So, like I said, he joins the Avengers multiple times, again, because that's who he is, which is bizarre to me.
Tch.
Um, he's also going toe to toe against the X Men, which I find to be interesting as well. One of the big ones is he's going to toe to toe against like heavy hitters like She Hulk, Hercules, um, and things of that caliber, which makes sense once we hear about his powers, because he is a powerhouse. He is what you would expect. I mean, he's at the same level of Hercules, physicality wise. Okay. So let's go right into his powers. He has ionic energy form. The tissues and bones of his entire body have been augmented in strength and, in certain extent, supplemented by PIM particles charged with the ionic rays. And because of all of that, he is composed of ionic energy now. His physiology has been changed to a great deal, and it is unclear if his external form, is ionic energy or flesh. He stated during an incident in which all living things in New York had been morphed into symbiotes that he was an ion being and not of flesh and blood. This was a prime reason he himself had not been infected and does not house blood in his body upon being touched by Rogue. His entire body is absorbed rather than being physically drained, as is normal for her abilities. So the thought is with Rogue, she literally sucks him to non existence anymore because he is pure energy.
Crazy.
Which I have a problem with because it's supposed to be skin on skin contact. So how does that work? But she's also absorbed cosmic entities as well, so it's not that far fetched. And she's also absorbed gods. However, she does have a hard time doing so for long periods of time. So he has superhuman strength, which shouldn't be all that shocking. He can lift well over 100 tons. He is considered to have Sentry level strength. So he is equal to Sentry in physicality.
Damn.
Um, in fact, gone toe to toe with Thor and Hercules in a fist fight. And in some cases has been equal to Hulk's strength, but not to how far Hulk can go, if you understand what I mean.
He can hold his own against a version of Hulk, but Hulk
To
obviously
the
can
anger
get
he
more
gets,
powerful.
yeah, he's going to eventually get beaten, but you get my point. He has the ability to. This is what kills me. He has superhuman leaping. He can jump really high. Why is that listed? Because apparently the thought is he can't fly.
Okay.
I know it's stupid to me, but anyway, he has superhuman speed. He's able to react at speeds beyond physical limits of of the finest human athletes, um, and he has superhuman stamina. The idea is because his body is pure energy, he doesn't get tired.
Interesting. Okay.
So the thought is because he's pure energy, he he doesn't create fatigue um, enzymes, which will like cause bodies to like slow down and get weakened to like recover because he doesn't have a body in the stereotypical sense anymore.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he's invulnerable. His bodily tissues are much harder due to the ionized organic material instead of normal flesh, which obviously causes him to get take less damage. He's also resistant to extreme changes in temperature and can enter planetary orbit without being hurt. Just saying. He has superhuman agility, reflexes, senses, and he can see the beyond the usual spectrum vision. It's called energy vision, which I have a problem with because it doesn't state exactly how far into the wave spectrum that you can actually see. He he can actually see, I should say, but it's beyond the human eye. It looks like it goes to radiation and possibly infrared,
Hmm. Okay.
but it doesn't state specifically because I don't think it's been like dove into as much. Um, Flight, and there's a reason why I'm laughing because it is with the use of a rocket pack attached to his costume to fly.
But what?
So it's not really his ability.
He can't fly. He has a jetpack.
Correct. I'm just letting you know that it's listed as a power, and I laughed because I saw that.
That's
Um,
so dumb.
I 100% agree with you. So anyway, he also has self-powered augmentation. In times of heightened mental and emotional imbalance, Wonder Man's powers are known to fluctuate widely, sometimes becoming stronger and sometimes becoming weaker, depending on um, his mental state. Because of his resurrection, the thought is he is now considered to be immortal. Because he's made of energy, like only energy, he's supposedly able to self resurrect himself now. Um, but it just no idea of how long it takes. He's self sufficient. He no longer needs to eat, sleep, drink water, or even have oxygen to survive now. He has regenerative healing because it's not he doesn't have a body, so it's now his energy is just regenerating himself.
Interesting.
He has energy manipulation. He can create energy constructs. He has electromagnetic manipulation. He has ionic blasts, ionic beams. He can create flame projections as well. He can shapeshift to a certain degree. Um, so, what shape or form he takes is ruled by the consciousness, such as like his id and ego. So, like he has to lose control to fully shapeshift. If you understand what I mean.
Hmm.
However, he can alter his size. Um, Although it's, how do I want to phrase this? He can alter his size to a degree. He can't do it to. He can't do it to the degree like some characters can. Like he can't go to the full extent of like um, Ant Man. Like he can't make himself like microscopic necessarily easily. He's more of like he can change to be like the size of a skyscraper or back to his normal size, more like Goliath, I guess is the best way to describe him. But he doesn't do it nearly as much. Um, he also has teleportation. In later comics, he's been shown to be able to warp between unknown distances by sheer will alone. However, teleportation is not something he normally does. It is something that has been done later on. So his abilities, not his powers, gifted intelligence, because of him owning, beginning to work in his father's company, he is trained as an electrical engineer, industrialist, but nowhere to the level of somebody like Tony Stark. He's an actor, which gives him a strong edge in undercover work. Really, is what it comes down
Yeah.
to. He's a stuntman, and because of that, makes him an expert combatant. Um, and he's also trained under Captain America. And he also speaks multiple languages, which I find to be interesting, but makes sense because he's an actor.
Yeah.
His weaknesses are energy weaponry because it can cause damage to his body, and his energy flux, his mental illness, because if he's not in full control of himself, he'll go boom. Um, he also is a weirdly enough an extreme pacifist, so he really doesn't want
He
to.
doesn't want to fight.
Correct.
Interesting.
So we're gonna be getting him in, obviously, in Wonder Man at the end of the year. I'm curious. It looks like they're going to be going actor route first, which I mean sounds like that's how he started in the comics a little bit. But it sounded like he was more of like running dad's business at the beginning, and then became an actor at the same time. Kind of like all this things kind of mixed into
I'm
one.
sure that'll be in the show. I think
I
it'll.
feel like it will be too. Obviously, they're portraying him as an African American man, which I don't have a problem with, only because Wonder Man's not really a well known character. Even though
Yeah.
he's been around since the 60s, he is very unknown.
Yeah. I had no idea who he was.
I know, and when I tell you he's been around since the 60s and has been a prominent member of the Avengers, which is funny to me, he's really still not that well known.
Yeah.
He's
No.
the There are characters who are more well known than him who have less screen time than him in the comics.
That's funny.
But it's true.
No, it is. It is. You'd be surprised what characters end up becoming popular.
Correct. So I'm very excited to actually see this character and how he becomes Wonder Man.
Hmm.
Like, is the studio gonna make him a hero by accident? Like, I'm very curious of how that's gonna go. But we're gonna have to wait and see for that. But we don't have to wait too long. It's only the end of the year, and it's only what, 4 months away? Because it's
Yeah.
December
Just
of
it's
this
in
year.
December, so we're less than halfway there.
But yeah, I thought this was a nice like nod to add him in early to kind of show you what we're going to be expecting. Because I also didn't realize I thought there was a break in between him being in stuff, and he's been in literally everything. So I didn't go through all the comic book history because they were like a lot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had to condense it a
For
significant
someone
amount.
who's been around for a long time, he's going to have a lot of history. So
Yeah. But like I said, I wanted to talk about him because, like I said, we're going to be getting him at the end of the month. End of the month, end of the
end
year.
of the year.
So I wanted to talk about him. So next week, our goal is to talk about the complete collection, part one of Marvel Zombies.
All right, do me a favor because I subscribed to Marvel Unlimited, which is a app which lets you stream or view comics
Yep, I'm gonna have to tell you each of the comics because it does tell me all of them.
as like there's a lot of Marvel zombie comics, so I want to make sure that I read the
So I'm gonna send you a picture of all the ones that are in the first one.
let me see if I can.
I'm literally gonna take a picture of all of them because it no.
Well, I was going to zoom into the if you.
No, I know, but oh, whoops! Don't look at that one.
Oh boy.
It's not a picture. I sent you the link to this podcast again.
Oh.
No, now I'm sending it. It's gonna take a little bit. Oh, it should be sent now. So it's all it shows you all of the ones.
All right. I haven't received it yet, so.
Okay. So what it is it's the
Oh, there it
ultimate.
is.
Yeah. So it gives you all of like the individual issues.
Okay, Marvel Zombies number 1 through 5.
Well, before that, it's Ultimate Fantastic Four 21 to 23 and 30 to 32. Then it's
Col-
Marvel's number 1 through 5.
oh, jeez. Collecting Ultimate Fantastic Four. All right.
Marvel Zombies Dead Days, Black Panther number 28 to 30, and material from Marvel Zombies. Oh, I don't think you need that one. Never mind. That last one I think is just like the back end where they do like the comics covers. But anyway.
Let's see.
I didn't realize there were that many of them. I'll tell you that. There's actually a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, and I'm I'm gonna have to try to see if I can obviously find them.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna. All I'm saying is the first collection because I didn't realize there were three collections, and there's a lot. So I've only read this one before. I
So I was just looking at it, and the results, the top results result for Marvel Zombies on this app is 47,544 hits for that.
Yeah,
Now,
because they're in a lot of comics. I'm not gonna lie to you.
if I go down to the series, it drops down to 4,922,
Yep,
and it's like, okay,
I know.
um,
I don't know what to tell you other than I'm sorry.
I got my work cut out for me. I guess I
Well,
have to figure this
well,
out.
I'll tell you this. At the very least, I know it's gonna be in there. It's just a matter of finding it.
Yeah, I gotta try to. I just have to try to find the start.
Yeah, which is the Ultimate Fantastic Four, which gives it how it's basically as stupid as it sounds. How it starts.
All right, let me see if I can search Ultimate Fantastic. Oops, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. But so next week we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about any trailers that come out, and we'll be moving on with the character spotlight from Mike. So if there's nothing else, Mike, we're going to end it here while you look at that.
Yep, I guess that'll
So
be it.
if you made it this far into the episode, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. Bye bye.